In this video, I will focus on the clinical investigation, phases of clinical investigation. So, you know that the clinical development of drugs usually take place in the steps or the phases conventionally described as it is the first phase, it is known as clinical pharmacology, then second phase, which is the clinical investigation, phase 3, that is the clinical trials, and last one, which is the phase 4, that is known as post marketing studies. So phase first, before discussing about the phase first, we will discuss about just in within the one line, that is the phase 0, which is the preclinical, means the before the drugs using on the humans subject. So this is the preclinical phase. It's involves near about 10 to 20 subject for the clinical trials. Then we'll discuss the phase first. You know the phase first, which is the when the drug is administered. When the drug is administered to beings for the first time, this study generally have been conducted into the healthy men's, the which the peoples which having the age between the 18 to 45-year age. This practicing is coming under the increasing the scrutiny and the criticism. The purpose of phase first, the study is to establish the dose level. The first phase. This phase study is to establish the dose level at which the sign of toxicity first appears. The initial studies consisting the administering the single dose of the test of the drugs closely that observing the subject in a hospital or the clinical pharmacology unit which having the emergency facility. If no adverse reactions occurs, the dose is increased progressively until the predetermined dose or the serum level is reached or toxicity supervenes. So phase first study, in the phase first study, which usually confirm to group of the 20 to 40 subject, group of the 20 to 80 subject. In that, if no unwanted untoward effects result in the single dose, short-term multi-dose studies are initiated. So this is the first phase. The purpose of the phase first, which is the establish the safety. Establish the safety. Then phase two, if the result of phase first, that the if the result of phase first show that it is the reasonable to safe to continue, means in the first place we can have to establish the safety of the drugs. After the phase first, the study of phase first we show the reasonable safe to continue for the phase 2, and the continue the new drug is administered to patient for the first time. New drug is administered to patient at first time. Ideally these individuals should have no medical problems other than the condition for which the new drug is intended, means the for what purpose this drug is intended to use, only for that you can have to give it. Other than the condition for which the new drug is intended, efforts are concentrated on the evaluating the efficacy and on establishing as the optimal dose range. Optimal dose range. You can see the purpose of this phase 2 ready, which is the establish the efficacy as well as the dose, and that will be study will be on the between the 80 subject to 100 subject. So monitoring the subject for adverse effect is also integral part of the phase 2 trials, and the number of subject that the 80 to 100 subject will be involved in the phase 2 trials. Then third one, which is the phase 3, when an effective dose range has been established in the phase 2 or the no side effect adverse reactions has been occurred, large number of subject can be exposed to the drugs in the phase 3. So phase 3 study, the number of subject may be range from the several hundreds to several thousands, depending upon the drugs. You can see the subjects that involves in that subject may be range from the several hundred to the several thousand, depending upon the drugs. Then purpose of the phase 3 study is to verify efficacy and detect the adverse effect that may not have been surface in the phase first and phase second, during which exposure to the drugs was limited. As a new As a new drug application is submitted at the end of phase 3, that point is also important. So after at the end of the phase 3, you can submit the new application. You can submit the new drug application submitted at the end of phase 3. However, for the drugs intended to treat the patient which life threatening or the severely debilitating the illness, especially when no satisfactory therapy exists, the FDA has established the procedure designed to expedite development, evaluation, and marketing of the new therapy. In the majority of cases, the procedure applies to drugs is being developed for the treatment of cancers and acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, that is the AIDS. Under this procedure, drugs can be approved on the basis of phase 2 studies conducted in the limited number of the patients. Then the last one, which is a phase 4, this is the control and uncontrolled study, often are conducted after the drug is approved and marketed. So studies are intended to broaden the experience with the drugs and compare it with the other drugs. So that subjects that involves medium to large, it is also variable. So this is all about for the phases of the clinical investigations. So one questions for you people, you can have to practice for this question to conduct the reliable clinical trials with the potential new drugs. It is necessary to establish the dose level that toxicity first appear. This is commonly determined in which phase. So option are here: phase first study, phase second study, phase 3 study, and phase 4 study. You can comment the answer in the comment box. Thank you so much.